Welcome to My Novel Experience. This podcast is for all the indie authors like me who know the story doesn't end when the writing's finished. Especially dread all those extra things that now need to be done to complete the novel. Things like editing or layout work or social media or even YouTube podcasts. Then there's all the administrative things that need to be done as well, like getting IBSN numbers. But perhaps one of the most important is working to get your cover design completed. Your cover is a major statement about your book, so it's well worth your time to put some energy and thought into creating something that really fits what you want. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't a lot of different ways to do it. I'm just saying that this way worked for me, and I'd suggest as an alternative, you might want to try it because, as I said, it really worked for me. So let's be transparent. A book's cover is a key factor in attracting sales, readers, and visibility. Therefore, we need to ensure we have a design that will generate traction. I personally love the covers of my novels, and I've received positive feedback from my readers and reviewers. So I want to share today the method I use to create them. Before you touch Canva or Photoshop, write down answers to these three questions. Question 1. What emotion do you want your readers to feel? Number 2, what genre promise, that is like historical fiction, emotional thriller, or even nonfiction, must be instantly visible on your cover? And then finally, what symbol or image captures the heart of your book? You need to realize that covers don't start with fonts, they start with clarity. Once you understand the intent of your design, now you can start getting into specifics. Start doing some research. Go into libraries, to bookstores, online bookstores. Start reviewing covers for your genre and make sure you take photos or screenshot of at least 10 book covers that strike you. You're going to want to look for patterns that are pleasing to you. The font style that's used, the colors in the book cover, the imagery, does it meet the plot, theme, and characters of your books? So you've done some really good research, and now you're going to want to use that important data to create a portfolio. The portfolio will help you narrow your grouping. Using your groupings, you're now going to want to do some testings to create some data. You don't want to guess in the dark. You want to test your selections early. How do you test? Well, you're going to pick 5 to 7 trusted friends, relatives, mentors. They're going to be your review board. You want them to have read your genre, that feel comfortable with it, that will be honest, and that aren't going to just try to be nice to you. You're going to provide them your portfolio copies, and you're going to ask one important question. Which book cover would you pick up first, and why? That why is going to be key. Once you've got that all-important feedback, it's time for the next step. This is the fun creative stage. It's messy, but it's important because you're going to start dragging and dropping, cutting and pasting, maybe even painting and hand sketching, but you're going to take all the features from the information you and your friends liked, and you're going to develop a prototype cover. You're not going to copy a cover, but you're going to take all those items, those things that drew your attention, mix them up, and start putting together some prototype covers. After your prototypes are all completed, now it's going to come down to a decision. You need to winnow that down to 1 or maybe 2, but start with 1 And that's going to be what you're now going to carry forward to make something a little bit more polished. Once you've got your, I'll call it the paper doll draft or the cut and paste draft all completed, now you'll want to go to Canva or maybe PowerPoint, and you're going to try and do a maybe a bit more professional layout. And I don't want you to stop at just one. Do 2 or 3. So you've got a group now that you can take a look at. Maybe do some more combining, and you're then going to come up with one. Oh, and one final point. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for options. So you've done all that important research and hard work. Now you have a final prototype cover. It's time to find a cover designer, someone that you can collaborate with. A good one will make sure he uses only licensed images. He'll handle the typography rules that you don't even know exist. He's going to align your spine and font and back correctly. And he'll build a print-ready version that you can use for all of your books. Remember, your job is vision. His job is polish. Once you have the final design, before you go to final approval, I recommend that you've got a checklist ready for yourself of all the things you want to make sure are done properly. Things like spelling, correct colors, your name, how it looks the way you want it. And then just a couple other things I think that are important. You'll want to make sure that the cover looks good in a full scale and in a tiny scale. Because you're going to be using it, and why the tiny is important. You'll be using it in your social media post and things like that. And then also make sure that it looks not only good in color, but also in a grayscale, because you'll be using versions of those as well. Once you've done all that, print out a test page, and congratulations, you have a final cover. Great job. I've also created a cover checklist that I'll post on my YouTube channel. It will be in a PDF form, so hopefully you'll be able to print it out. But you can use it to check some of the things we've talked about in this video. So you've designed a cover now, and it's time for your cover to earn your reader's eyes, just like your words within the book will earn their hearts. This is William C. Delaney. Hopefully this has been helpful, and we'll talk more in the future.